More reaction to that really remarkable Hill visit. Florida Senator Rick Scott. Senator, thank you for joining me tonight. You know, we're so familiar with both gentlemen, with Elon. He had little X, his son, on his shoulders. That visit, the nature of their mandate, is in and of itself kind of shocking in the moment of what Americans have wanted. And yet, you know, we're adjusting to it. It's real. How did it feel on the Hill, and what's your feeling about the nature of this new kind of energy coming in?
This is exciting. You know, I'm a business guy, and business guys know that you have to constantly look at what things cost. So here's what Elon's going to do. Vivek's going to do this. Donald Trump's going to do this. They're going to say, we have got to have dramatic change. If we want to get rid of inflation, if we want to pay down our debt, if we want to get full-time jobs, what do we have to do? We have to dramatically, not a little bit, not at the edges, dramatically reduce the regulatory state. When I ran for governor back in 2010 in Florida, we were losing people and losing jobs. I walked in, I ran on the platform to get our state back to work. We cut 20% of the regulatory environment. We streamlined the permitting environment, and jobs flourished. The same thing's going to happen here. Everything government can do, with a business guy coming in there with efficiency plans and all these things, business guys are going to come in and they're going to make it better. So it's an exciting time. I'm very appreciative of what Donald Trump did to win this race. He won a big race, and bringing in Elon and Vivek, it's unbelievable what we're going to get to accomplish. I came to Washington, D.C. to do exactly what we're doing right now.
Well, that has got to be exciting, but of course you would personally know that there are, as I just talked with Monica, you know, intensely vested interests in things not changing. You know, I mean, it's about people losing their jobs, and it's going to be good because, yes, more jobs will be created in the private sector for them. But this has become a way of life for generations, and we know that it's going to be fought. Do you imagine, when it comes to the mood of the Senate in particular, obviously for you, do you see the general embracement of what this means? We've seen some Democrats say that they like what's going on, but saying it and acting on it is a different thing entirely.
Well, yeah, the swamp is going to fight it, right? But here's reality. A lot of this can be done just through the executive branch. I think just in the Biden's term, the regulatory environment has grown exponentially. That all can go away. It can all go away by, if Trump puts in the right people, with Elon and Vivek, what they're going to do, he puts in the right people run these agencies, they can get rid of all that regulatory environment. That in streamlining the permit will actually do more to create jobs, build our economy than anything else we can do. Now, we have to, in Congress, we have to get rid of the waste. We've had a 2% increase in our population in 5 years and over a 50% increase in spending. That doesn't make any sense. So we're going to have to go through the budget and say what's good and what's bad.
You know, what I've heard a lot from people, Senator Rick Scott, that has bothered them is what, as an example, Biden just did. It seems that he's set up some kind of agreement or contract for people who work at home to be able to do that for at least 5 more years. Is that something that can be reversed by the new Senate or by Congress in general? Because we were looking at this, and they're trying to hamstring all these things that the president's going to want to do.
We're going to do everything we can to fix that. But just stop and think about this, okay? The American public, you go to work at a grocery store, you don't get to just say, oh, I don't want to come in for 5 years. If you have most of the jobs outside government, you have to be there.
Yes,
it's so unfair to the American public. It's so unfair.
It is.
I mean, we pay for this. We pay our taxes. Mm-hmm. It's unfair to them. So we're going to figure out how to fix this.
Good. You know, it's almost like another.
If you want to get paid, you got to go to work.
It's such a strange thing to have to say that, but it is like kind of a redistribution of wealth. It's unsustainable. So there's obviously a lot of things that are going to have to get done in these first 2 years. Senator Rick Scott, thank you very much, sir, for joining me. I appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.